I truly believe that every single thing happens for a reason. Like every shitty thing that you ever think is going on and has no purpose, like I think it's teaching you something. Like I really, really, really believe that to my core.
I love that. At first, when I heard you say that, and we were kind of talking about what we were going to discuss for the podcast, I was like, that feels a little cliche. Feels like
No, it
everyone
is.
says it, right? Like,
Mhm.
oh, you learn something from every experience. But I feel like the last 6 months, we've really been like taking this one to our core. Like,
Yeah.
everything has happened, whether it's like a failure or a success, they all are happening for a reason, which is really cool.
Yeah. Here's the thing though, like I talked to one of my best friends, Vincent, and he always challenges me about philosophy and stuff like that. So we get into
Oh,
good
I love
debates.
that.
I know, right? We love a friend that's the devil's advocate. I was also the devil's advocate for Halloween, so we love to see it. Yeah, we love
Yes.
that. Anyways, he was like, no, like I don't believe that. Like, how can you say that? And then it made me think a little bit more. Okay, maybe objectively, maybe from like a logos point of view or a logic point of view, it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. However, if you believe that everything does not happen for a reason, you will be stuck in the past. If something shitty happens to you in the past, you're like, this was not supposed to happen. You will always have that like resentment and hatred and be in that mindset that this wasn't supposed to happen and everything bad that happens was because of that. Whereas, let's say I take an ignorant approach, that which I believe I do. Let's just say, for the sake of this argument, I'm taking an ignorance is bliss approach, and I believe everything happens for a reason. From there, I adopt a mentality that whatever bad thing happens, I'm taking a learning out of it. Whereas the opposite
Mhm.
is this was not supposed to happen. So this is an error. This is a mark on my record. This isn't good. I don't want to talk about it.
Mhm.
So I believe
You
it's
know
more
what
of the
this reminds
mindset.
me of?
Tell me, what does it remind you of,
This reminds
philosopher?
me of, oh my goodness,
You
not even a
are.
philosophy, but do you remember way back when we first started the Entrepreneurs podcast, we had
Yeah,
Lauren D'Souza on,
for
and
sure. We love
Lauren
her.
said she told us that her dad says this to her like every weekend or something like that. But it's like
Yeah.
you have an event and you add that event to your reaction, and that creates something else. I forget exactly what the equation
Yeah.
is. Go listen to that podcast. But this idea of like the event out of your control, but your reaction to the event 100% in your control. And that's what makes the outcome, right? Like the outcome of that entire event or that bad experience or good experience, even like is 99.99% about how you react to it rather than like the experience itself. So I definitely recommend listening to that podcast, but also just think like circling back, like that's something that we've definitely tried to channel since starting this.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll link the podcast below, but I think this goes, there's this book. I don't know if you've read it, Waylon. I've talked about it for sure at least once,
Mhm.
but A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's one of my favorite
Oh,
books.
interesting.
Yeah, it's by
Okay.
this guy, Viktor Frankl. He's a psychologist. I think he was either Polish Jewish or German Jewish, and he was in the Auschwitz concentration camp. And like,
Mhm.
that's objectively like the worst place to be in the world, especially at that time. Like,
Yeah.
that is hell. He saw the worst parts of humanity. But
Mhm.
while he was there, he saw people somehow have some sort of glimmer of hope. Some people somehow still not losing their full faith. And he's like,
Oh,
how is that?
wow.
They're all going through the worst situations. They're being given like terrible outputs. How is this happening? Because you always have a choice. This is his argument. You, no matter what anyone takes away from you, no, literally everything was taken away. You've nothing. You always have the choice in your mind how you want to react to a situation, how you want to
Oh,
interpret it.
wow.
And he wrote this book after he thankfully was able to survive, but it's absolutely amazing. I recommend everyone to read it because of course not everyone's situation is as dramatic as this, but it's like no matter what situation and you get rejected from something, a failure happens, you have a friend breakup, romantic breakup, whatever terrible thing that happens, it's all about how you interpret it. And like if you like, I actually have a really good friend here who's super like energetic with lots of energy, but somehow still is so well intact or like super in control of his emotions. Like he doesn't let anything
Oh,
phase
wow.
him. Not like in a, oh, like he's numb sort of way. Like he's lots of energy, super happy. He doesn't let the little things hit him. And like it's so infuriating to someone who's gonna
Mhm.
bug you if you're just like, no, whatever, that's on you. Like I'm not gonna engage. Like I think that power that
Yeah.
comes with that is so amazing. Like that's what I'm one of my goals. I want to be more like that.
100%. I think that goes hand in hand with like a little bit of spontaneity, which we can definitely talk a little bit about. I know Ali and I always joke like we have to plan spontaneity into our day, which is just a whole nother topic for us to kind of dissect as well. But I think definitely reactions to situations you carry well. Do you think there's
Absolutely.
like a situation recently that's happened that you wish you had like reacted better to, or you think that
Ooh.
you reacted well and learned something from?
Yeah, I think there's a couple. There's two that comes to mind. One is in like a friendship situation, and one is in
Mhm.
a like a personal self-identity situation. So the friendship one, I take lots of respect and pride of forming friendships. I really loyalty and trust are huge things for me. Being able to
Yeah.
communicate are big things. And someone who I befriended wasn't able, just there was some miscommunication and everything, and they wasn't able to have a conversation in person or wasn't able to talk or just wanted to go silent. That's something that's very difficult for me. And I was very caught up. I was like, I did something wrong. That's all me. Da, da, da. And I don't like to talk about other people, to talk to other people about relationships or friendships that I have. Like there's something very intimate about having a one-on-one conversation with someone. I don't like to talk about a situation with someone unless like there's like a big gain. Like I don't like to speak about it very casually. It doesn't come light to me to be able to, I want to talk about my relationship with someone, with everyone. Like it's very specific as to why I would want to talk to you about a relationship. Anyways,
Mhm.
this is all to say, I spoke to someone about it. They were giving me like good advice and counsel, like how to handle this. And I was like, this is mine. I shouldn't have said this. Like, no, Ali, you were yourself. And like, everyone loves you for that. If that's that one person, like that's on them. So that was a really good learning experience because I felt so shitty in the
Yeah.
moment, but like knowing that
Mhm.
something happens, like there's so many people on the planet, like you've no idea what's going on in someone else's life. So that's that one. And the personal one is, as you know, I've been in China now for a year and I'm excited to be going home in like 5 weeks or so. And like a lot of changes, moving to Paris, all that sort of thing. But there's a lot of things that have to be done before that. Had some sort of like a mental breakdowns of here and there throughout the thing. Like, I don't know what I can do. There's so much going on. And
Yeah.
honestly, you've been so good at this, like reminding myself to be gentle to myself. Like, even yesterday when I got off the call, you're
Mhm.
like, Ali, be kind and gentle to yourself today. Like those
That's
reminders
been
are
our big
so
mantra.
powerful. It really is. What about you? Anything you are proud of the way you handle a situation, or maybe something you wish you could have handled different, or how you learned from a situation that you want to handle in a different way next time?
Yeah. I think that the one that comes to mind is so this year I joined the rowing team, and that's been like a whole big thing for me because I've never been on like a on an athletic team long enough to like really build a team culture and like feel like I'm a part of something bigger than myself, which is really fun. But recently we like found out like boats and like all of that jazz for our first race. And I definitely went in expecting not to be like boated. Like I know where I am and like all of that fun stuff, but like a small glimmer of hope in me was like, I really hope like somehow magically like I end up on a boat. And I didn't. And when I didn't, I thought I was going to feel a lot more embarrassed than I was. And I thought that I was going to be really sad and angry at the other girls or angry at myself for not pushing myself as hard. Um, and I thought that it was going to be really awkward between the girls who like made the boat and the girls who didn't. But and I was really worried and worked up about this because I was like, I don't want to be like nervous about it. I don't want to like the other girls to be like, oh, she's nervous or whatever. But I went when I went to practice today and I saw some of the girls and how excited they were to race, like I don't know. I feel like I was like so attached, like detached from like the anger or whatever sadness or like whatever I was feeling. And I was just really excited for them. Like it was like their first time like going to race on a Princeton boat. And like as a teammate, it was really cool to see like myself kind of step up into that position and be like, okay, like I'm not being voted, but like this is a really exciting thing for them and like kind of like drive myself on that rather than like, oh, like I didn't make the boat or whatever. And a large part of that is due to like the conversation we had yesterday where you were like look at where you were like at the beginning of the semester and like look at you now. And remind yourself like that journey happened, right? It like didn't happen overnight is something so important. So I don't know. It was just it was nice to like feel excited about someone so genuinely, which was nice.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I think you do that all the time. Like even yesterday when we were chatting, you mentioned a close friend of yours that um he saw a game or he saw something that he'd been a fan of for a long time finally in person. To see you so excited about someone else exciting, I think just speaks to your character so much. Like that,
Aw.
it makes perfect sense. Like I feel like you were like built to be on a team sport for whatever reason. Like you get excited to see other people happy. Like you want to
Aw.
see that person score the goal, you want to see that other person do it as much as you do yourself, which I think is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So excited to see my D1 athlete thrive. I will be in the stands cheering you on. Oh my god.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
we're so proud. Yeah, no, I think it's cool to be able to look back and see what you learned from it, not look back and be like regret. Because that
Yeah.
can be a tricky, it's a tricky it's a tricky line to
Mhm.
go down. And like I think I'm
100%.
one of those people that's like, yeah, I have no regrets. Like I don't have regrets. I think of things that like everything happened for a reason. I do learn from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, good learnings do happen. And I think that's the issue, right? If you don't
Yeah,
like what's that?
I think a really good experiment I've been trying out. Like this happens to
Ooh,
me in like the weirdest hours of the day. Like
I love it.
today, like when I was like walking out of the library and they like check our bags, I was thinking to myself, I was like, if I died today, and you taught me this too.
Oh my
Let
God.
me circle back. I was like, if I died today, would I die a happy person? And I'm there like opening my bag for them to check whether I have library books or whatever, earpods in. And I'm like, if I die at this moment, would I be a happy person? And I look up at the guy and I'm like, what can I change to make myself even happier? Right. Cause I think right now, like
Mm.
if I did die, like I think I like have done a lot in my life and like I would have been like, I think I would have lived like a fulfilled life and like,
100%. You've lived like 400 years
but,
of life. It's amazing.
but like, I guess like the drive is like, I want to live more. Like I want to like
Mm,
change my life so that I don't live with any regrets. And I think that's something really like special to
yeah,
keep yourself like on your feet about, right? Like okay, my life is good now, but like this is something that, you know, I can make happier or like there's these things in my life that are causing me pressure or harms or whatever. And like in 50 years or like when you're 100, like are you really going to be thinking about that next exam? Are you really going to be thinking about those things?
exactly.
Um so that's
Yeah.
like a whole other experiment.
Okay. Question back to you then. Let's make a challenge for both of us. I want to do
Yeah.
something for the next week, every single day, that's going to shit face scare us.
Ooh,
Tell me some
that's
things in your
good.
mind. What are some things that would like absolutely scare you that you can do in a day? I don't mean like jump off the roof. Like I mean
Yeah.
talking to someone that you'd like would never do, wearing something you would never wear. Like what's something that like would actually scare you,
Ooh.
like get you outside your comfort zone that like makes you feel like you're living.
Yeah. I
Like
think the big one for
yeah.
me, I think this one will be a big one for you, like taking the whole day off,
Oh my
like
God,
not
actually.
touching any,
Tomorrow.
like not like
Loki.
like I get like kind of
I get
like nervous
anxiety. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thinking about it. Like I don't know. I think it's definitely like the college like work cycle and just like always
Exactly.
being on the grind and
Yeah.
whatever. But like truly I think just like taking time off for more than just like 30 minutes or
100%.
like more
Not
than
being
just
on
an
your
hour,
screen.
not being on my screen and
I
like
hate
doing
being on my
things that like
screen.
nourish my soul, but also I'm
Yes.
not like this is something that nourishes my soul. Do
Oh
you
my
get the
God.
difference?
100%. Yeah, no, we've talked about this. Nourishing your soul is, I know, sleeping 12 hours a night or 10 hours a night and then waking up and having tea and going on a run and meditating is nourishing my soul because the books told me to.
Yeah.
Nourishing your soul for real is watching Remy and Alicia's vlogs
Oh my
and having
goodness.
some good
Yes.
chocolate. That is real nourishing the soul. There's two different, and both have their
Truly.
time and place, but we're speaking about the latter one right now. Okay, fire round. What are things specifically to Waylon that nourish your soul?
Ooh, specific to me.
Specific to Waylon.
I think something that really the times that I feel like most happy and most myself is when I'm able to help someone near me. I think that's like and that's like super cliche or whatever and like but I think like when I'm able to like give a friend a surprise or like be a part of their day and like be a part of why they're happy that day, like that's something that really excites me and something that like really nourishes me or like I'm like a really forgetful person to be honest, like someone's birthday I forget really
Really?
often.
I did not
Yeah,
get
I
that vibe.
know. I'm
What?
like I know. I don't know, it's just like birthdays like I don't remember them very well, but like
Hmm.
when I'm able to like in a conversation remember that someone like went back to their home and got to see their brother over fall break and that was really special for them and like being able to start a conversation about that
Yeah.
is something that like I'm always
Yo, it's
like I'm like happy that I can do that and like be a part of that for you. What about you? What's
100%.
something that nourishes your soul?
I would say, yeah, being around good energy. Like I
Yeah.
am a huge extrovert, almost to a fault, which I found out 3 months ago because I was like, fuck, I can't be by myself. I can't get energy by myself. I can only be
Yeah.
myself and work. And now realized I can't have so much fun by myself. But yeah, being around good energy because people who excite me, a lot of this time it's and there's a good balance between old and new friends. Sometimes you want to be around new people, sometimes just because it's fun to have that serendipitous like discovery.
Mhm.
Obviously, old friends and people I know, we love, we love, we love. But sometimes there's some elements like I want to be with someone new. Like I want to just kind of have that like lighthearted new banter.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. I want to ask you though, do you think you're extroverted or introverted? Like, where are you on the scale? I'm curious to see your
Ooh,
self-reflection on that.
yes. I think as a child, extroverted, 100%. I was always
Ooh,
super, super outgoing. And I think a part of what dialed that back was just when you get older, you get more aware of social
mm,
pressures and more aware of what's considered weird and what's considered awkward and all of that. So I think
hated that.
I think I still work on this. There's still a difference between who I am to a stranger and who I am to my closest friends. There's a big
Interesting.
authenticity gap, I think.
Oh my gosh, wait,
Sometimes,
tell me more. What are the
yeah,
differences? What are we missing? What's in the free version? What are we missing in the premium version? What do we have to pay $4.99 a month for?
I think it's just quirky. I'm such a not to
So quirky.
I
You're
hate
so
that.
quirky, Oil.
Ew.
No, you are.
So bad.
You're
No, I
so
feel there's just
quirky.
things about me and things I find funny that I are not mainstream or whatever. And
Mhm.
I some of my closest friends here will know some of my jokes are I'll run and it'd be I don't know, I'll click my feet or I'll walk really weirdly or get a laugh out of someone that way. And I feel some people think it's really weird or whatever. But I'm always 100% down to put myself in an embarrassing situation to make someone feel better about themselves.
Yes.
And so if one of my friends wants to go to a dance class, right? I'm 100% with them, dancing my absolute worst so that they feel
Yes.
better about themselves,
Yes.
is nice to see I push myself because of them, but also am helping them through that process as well,
Oh my
which is
gosh.
cool.
My big helping last night, I was with my friend and she uses
Yeah.
like Tinder and Bumble and bunch of the apps here. And I'm not big into those apps here. At this point in my life, the pool where I'm at right now, we're not looking for that. Maybe in the future, but right now we're not. I do have the apps
Mhm.
though. So I was like, hey, like if you ever want to practice on anyone or find anyone, like you can use my phone is me phone, Sue phone, like whatever. Like we can use it. Just again, that embarrassing, but I think it's funny to see. Yeah, I think true confidence comes from a point of being vulnerable and trying to embarrass yourself. Like the more confident you feel in yourself, the more confident you feel in embarrassing yourself and doing something silly and being something quirky. It's
Yeah.
this the saddest thing for me to see is this sounds so one dimensional, but see if you can kind of pick up on what I'm trying to say. To see someone
Mhm.
mute their personality or not mute, buffer, or
Yeah.
what's that? There's a
Filter.
filter. Yeah. What's that filter? Verbatim? No. You buzz it almost.
Yeah. Mhm. I don't know the
Oh,
word,
okay.
but I
I'll
know.
explain to you what I'm trying to think. In a band, I was in band in middle school and high school.
Oh, a muffler?
A muffler. A
Is that what
muffler.
you're thinking of?
Yes. You
Okay.
put a trumpet in the muffler. Exactly. When I see
Mhm.
people muffle their personality, I ooh, this is let me find it. I want to see, I see it. And then I see a little glimpse of the real trumpet. I'm like, tell me more, tell me more. I try to get them.
Yeah.
I know the muffle. I do see the muffle. And it's the muffle. It's the mainstream stuff. You're very I can predict the next thing. I'm like, no, I want to see you. I
Yeah.
want to see the quirkiness.
Mhm. What is something, so I know we kind of talked about people wise what nourishes us, but what's
Yes.
something just fun that what's something unique to you that nourishes you that's maybe not a person or the way that you interact with other people? What's something that you like to do activity wise?
Oh, 100%. So I'm definitely, although I'm allergic to dogs, I definitely have dog energy. I just
Oh,
being
yeah.
outside, being in nature, literally running around outside. I'm not a homebody. I appreciate the home and time and space, but I need to be outside. I have so much energy.
100%.
I need to run
Mhm.
around and jump and sing and dance and run and jog and bike and be with people and meet random people on the street. I'm walking outside, I'm running, and I finish and I go to the fruit store and I strike a conversation with the guy. I love that. I just almost waving and talking to people, in the same way you would pet a dog. I was petting. Okay, this doesn't sound bad, but
Oh,
petting
I
Allie,
love
having those
that.
little conversations and things like that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love exploring new foods. I love going to good restaurants. I am such a little foodie.
Ooh.
We are a foodie. We do love good food. I do not cook. I do not. In this point in my life, we're not learning to cook. Maybe in the future. Right
No,
now, we're not.
maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. We do love good eateries and good food. I adore traveling and getting outside, and
100%.
I love traveling. I love the idea of being somewhere new, exploring something new, just walking aimlessly in a city, discovering little nooks and crannies. Um, And I am a big fan of simple like sitting sessions. And I know it sounds so stupid, but like sometimes
Mm.
just sitting down and thinking when you're like in a good mindset and you're like in a good vibe, it's like you let that good vibe almost like it's like a sun and it's like you're tanning in it. It's like all the rays of good vibes just like come on you. You don't need any other external stimulation. Just like let all the good energy just kind of go in through your body. And that's kind of how I feel right now. It's been an up and down week. Tuesday, there was a breakdown, iron transfusion. We cried. Wednesday and Thursday,
Oh.
fantastic. Today, wake up really exciting. But yeah, I think some of those. What about you, Weilyn? What's something unique to Weilyn that outside, very individual, who's something that you and what's something you like to do when you feel you need to nourish your body, nourish your soul?
Ooh. I think something that I don't do as often as I should is like talk to people about what I'm thinking and like talking to people about like what is bugging me. I think that helps me always. Something else that I realized is something I love to do, but after a really like hard or like challenging day, I need like time to just like sit and like decompress. But I realized I really like lights. Like lights are such a big thing for me. So like my dad, when he was here, he helped me set up like these fairy lights. So every night
Yay.
before I sleep, I'll like turn them on and I just like stare at the ceilings. Like I feel like one of those like little kids with like those glowy stars on their ceilings and like they're like falling asleep to the stars. But yeah, really love just like I don't know. Does that make me a house plant? Like I feel like low key that makes me a house plant.
No, it's like you
I
need good
just
space.
love.
Like I love people, but like I want my own space where I live. Like I've learned
Yeah.
that, especially like I want my own space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
there's
it's
something
more
good
just
about that.
like I love the stars. Like there's
Yes.
something about and we talk about this in some of our
We
podcasts I think,
have.
but like I love like walking back from the library or like walking back from the student center and like looking up and like seeing stars. Like I have no idea what the constellations are or whatever, but like there's something so special and something I don't know, it just like makes you feel
Magical.
small
It
in like a good
does.
way, if that makes sense.
100%. So we don't
Yeah.
see stars in China where I am. In this neck of the woods, we don't have
Yeah.
stars. Hong Kong, okay, Stanley, we actually do have stars. I have to say, we do have stars.
Really?
Yeah,
I
we
feel like
do.
I never
We
really see
do.
them.
Okay, next time, promise we'll do it. I promise.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I've seen, yeah, when you're somewhere where the pollution's not where it is now, the stars
I
are
know.
they're magnificent. And what I love about stars, like I remember growing up when you're like in Europe and in Canada, things like that, I'd look up at the stars, I'd see a couple. I'm like, oh, I don't see many. And my dad would always be like, no, Ali, like your eyes, they have to like readjust. Like the longer you stare, the more stars you'll see. And like there was almost
Yeah.
this like patience meditation coming out of the stars. Like it was the most beautiful, magnificent movie. Like that is IMAX in real life. Like I saw
Yeah.
the Bond movie last week and I was like, whoa, it's crazy. It was like IMAX. I'm
Wait,
seeing
tell me
Dune
more
today.
about some. Oh my
I'm
goodness. I
excited.
know some people who have waited literally for 4 years.
Years. I
Years.
know. I don't
Oh
even
my
know what it's about.
goodness.
I could watch a trailer. Also, apparently Zendaya's in it for 7 minutes. There's tea there.
Wait, it's only 7
I
minutes?
know.
Wait, why is she doing all the
I know. That's like
tea?
what happened with the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. She was literally in the first movie for like 5 minutes.
Oh, tea.
I
And then they use her for
know.
all the promotion.
I know.
Tea.
That is the
Okay, but
tea.
that's a whole other topic we need to get
That's a
into
whole
as
other
well.
topic we need to dive into.
Because like female actors, like I never realized until Black Widow came
Oh my
out how
God.
much inequality there was in the acting
Yes.
space.
Scarlett
Like,
Johansson suing Disney.
yeah, as she should though, because they kind of like
Honestly.
ripped her off.
They
I'm
really
not gonna
did.
lie.
They really did. She's in so many movies. She's also, I didn't realize she's like married slash engaged to like one of my favorite people on SNL. It just made me so happy. I don't know if you watch SNL, but like
I
they're
don't.
engaged.
I need to
Okay.
start though. I feel like
It's
it's
cute. No,
such
they've
a
just
like
like
a
they've some random funny things. Oh my God. My friend showed me so many funny shows last night. Waylon, I'll send to you. There's this one show called
oh
like
my goodness, please
Jemima,
do.
Jemima something. It's like these like rich Australian private school girls. It's so funny.
Oh,
It's just like
interesting.
random things. Yeah, I built last time I was supposed to
You
watch
know
a movie. I
what?
just built up my trailer
Oh,
list. That was my goal.
wait, I love that. I need
I have a good list.
I cannot sit down and watch a movie. I don't
Same,
know why. It feels like
same.
so
It's like an investment.
luxurious.
I
Yeah.
know,
But then I'm also
especially
like
by
I can
myself.
sit and like I can like sit and watch like an hour and a half of like YouTube
100%.
and it doesn't feel as like luxurious. But when
I
I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch like
It's
even
a
like
thing.
yeah, why is it's a thing. It's like
No, it
I'm
is
gonna
a
sit
thing.
down. Like if I'm
Yeah,
watching
if
a
I'm with a
movie, it's
friend,
like movie.
That's why like I'm organizing it. Like I'm going to see a movie like with my friends. Like I can never by myself watch a movie. It's like no, this is like an event. This is like a thing. Even though like I exactly 90 minutes of YouTube. Like what are you talking about? Like easy peasy. Okay, so some of the movies I added to the list: Shiva Baby, She's the Man, Moulin Rouge, Contagion, not promoting young men. Oh, Promising Young Woman, Inception. Those are the ones I added to the list. There's some other ones. I know. Any ones you want to see?
Dune.
Dune.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, that's a good one. I've not seen that one yet.
What's it called? Oh, there was another Marvel one that just came out.
Oh, Eternals.
That
one is very star-studded. There's so many stars in it.
Yeah, and there's so much Asian American representation.
There is.
We love to see it.
We really do. What's her name?
I think Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh, I saw it. It's amazing. Oh my God. There's a new there's like an Indian version of Crazy Rich Asians that just came out.
Ooh,
I'm so excited. I'll send you the link. It's so exciting. I love it. Also, happy Diwali, everyone. We love Diwali, Festival of Lights. Yes. We are big fans. Oh my goodness.
They had like lights and things in the dining hall. It was very cute of them.
Oh,
and they had the candles as well, which was awesome.
My best friend, she just flew back from LA. She's at USC to go to London where her family lives. And she's going there for the weekend to celebrate with her family because she hasn't seen them in a while. I'm like, oh, so sweet. Imagine traveling without quarantine. So nice. Imagine being in Western countries. For a moment
about homesickness.
Oh my God. Let's go there. Let's go. Wait, let's start us off.
Oh my goodness. So it's been 11 months since I've been home. No, oh my goodness.
It literally has. Wait, do you remember the date you left?
Oh my God. I probably can pull it up. Let me see.
Just goes to the photos. Weilyn crying. No.
I know, literally. No, I remember I took this. I will post it just for the memes.
Please.
But there's like one photo of me on the plane that I sent to my parents as I was like traveling here. And it's like the funniest photo. It's like me with my like head pillow and I look like an absolute egg. Oh my goodness. I have a photo of you running when we ran together.
What do you mean?
That's so cute. You remember like last semester we did that one run together?
Yes. On the pier. Beautiful. And then we did like a Nike training club.
Yes.
Oh my God, Weilyn, you're holding back on content.
Oh my goodness. I know. That was honestly such a nice day for me.
Yeah. No, same. It was also so nice seeing you out of
you incorporated, right?
I think it was. Yeah, I went to incorporate. Yeah, I was so excited.
And you were like having the most busy day, and I was like, dang, she's killing it out here.
Dude, literally us. We're gonna incorporate in Hong Kong next month. No big deal. We'll do it.
That's so exciting.
I know, it's so exciting. I'll take a little corny photo.
Hong Kong's Christmas decorations as I'm scrolling through.
Pops
unmatched.
I know. The lights, like I can't even. Oh gosh, it's sad when I see other cities and their lights. I'm like, this is sad. This is low budget. Couldn't be us. Oh my God, Weilyn. Oh my goodness.
Not the green screen. Why is the green screen?
No, I see. Oh, you are adorable, Weilyn. You are adorable.
Absolute
and you got oh my God. No, I love there's something so like comforting about being like full egg mode when you're on the plane. Like I miss that. 100%. I go full egg mode.
It was also like an empty plane too, so I had a whole
oh my God,
because of course like it was beautiful. mid-COVID, nobody was traveling. I traveled 21st of January, so
21st of January, that
almost
date feels special to me. 21st of January. And you flew what? You flew direct Hong Kong to New York, and then you drove to Princeton, or how'd you get there?
Yeah,
like you didn't know anyone.
I had a friend, one of my friends who goes here, he like flew from Hong Kong as well, so we flew together.
Yeah.
And then he like went to boarding school here, so he knew someone, and like a family friend helped drive us over, which was amazing.
You must have had so much stuff with you. Or no, you probably bought more. 2 suitcases, probably, or what?
Yeah, I had 3 suitcases. So
yeah. Damn.
Yeah. And then it slowly accumulated.
I feel that. I have so much stuff I need to figure out. Actually, so good. There's a club at NYU called Women at Work. They're really cool. They're doing good stuff. And so they're doing like a clothing swap. So I put together a huge bag of IKEA stuff that I'm like going to give away because it's like either like I don't like it, doesn't fit, blah, 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 blah. So I'm excited to get rid of some of that stuff and maybe pick out some new items. But yeah, that's later in the day.
Back home, you and your sister had like a bag, right, of like clothes, and then you would let people like pick out of the bag, right?
Yeah, it's good because Nicole and I would like accumulate clothing, and like it's good. Like I think the clothing lasts so long. Like if it's good quality, like I'd rather buy 5 pieces that are good than 100 pieces that are shit. And I've always been that way. I've always been that way.
I want to look through your closet.
Oh my God, same.
I'm gonna take some of your stuff. Too. You have the best.
No, clothes. I don't know. I haven't gone shopping. My shopping here has been like nothing. I've gone shopping twice this entire time. They're both in a brand new Melville. I think we got to go back. It's on the to-do list. We go back to Hong Kong. I feel like
I
I'm like
love
at my
it.
last wit's end with like being anything. Like I'm on my last width of like soap and face wash and shampoo. I'm just waiting to go home, like start from fresh. My parents like, we're gonna pamper you when you get home. I'm like, I can't wait.
Oh, that
Wait,
sounds
we've
so
even have
nice.
a list of celebrations that I've missed throughout the year that we're gonna celebrate. My dad's 2 birthdays that I've now missed. Nicole's birthday, my
Oh,
mom's birthday celebration this. So he's like, we're gonna be going out every night. We're gonna brunch every day. Things like I'm like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so
that's
good.
so
It's gonna be
nice.
so good. What are you
Oh,
most excited about going home before? Or what is home? Like, what are you most excited? Yeah, what are you homesick about? Because like I don't think you're homesick about Hong Kong exactly per se. That's just my sense.
yeah.
What are you homesick about?
I don't even know. I think like a large part of it is like my sister. I think like
Feel
she's
that
like, yeah,
literally.
like she's like best friend for sure. Like, and I know like we don't talk as often now that I'm in college, just like, but like it's like a deeper sense that like we know each other and like we know that like we're still close, which is awesome. And so whenever I do get to talk to her, it's like the wake up
It's
call I need. She
home.
always knows the right thing to say and like always
Oh,
knows when I'm stressed. It's like the best. So yeah, I think I just like really miss her a lot. And then just like whole family together. And like a part of me really misses Hong Kong too. Like
yeah.
I'm not going to be able to see like Ruby, my little poodle at home,
Oh
which is really sad.
my God.
Um and I won't be able to like just like the daily routines of everything,
Mhm.
especially coming from like COVID where I was at home every single day
Oh
and like
yeah,
all of that jazz. Like I was home like
that's true.
the entire 2020 like most people, right? And
Mhm.
then to go from that to like absolutely nothing, and I
Exactly.
probably won't go home for the next, or like to Hong Kong for the next year
Wow.
probably. So
That's crazy. You also just haven't been in Asia. Like you've always been around like
yeah.
some like Singapore or Hong Kong, like that is still
Hmm.
within Asia, like the Southeast Asia. Like that's your hood. That's my hood.
Yeah, I know.
I've
I'm
always
excited
lived
to go to
here.
Singapore though. See
Yeah.
the fam, see the
Wait, so what date
fam.
do you leave? What date do you come back? Tell us the
Oh my
deets. Give us the
goodness,
travel
yes.
itinerary. What are we excited
I
about? What
think
Hokkien
I
stand are we going to? What are we
we're
doing?
gonna, yeah, I think big to-do list, eat lots of good food
A
and go to
hundred
the
percent.
dentist. Those are like the two
Oh
big
my
ones on
goodness. Oh my goodness. I
on
kind of
my
love
to-do
that. You
list
have to make a
because
travel vlog of just a food. Like, can you post post on our Instagram
yes.
just like food? Like
Oh
seriously,
my
make this
goodness,
your
our
food. Why not?
December. Wait, why don't we
Pop
vlog
off.
for December? We're
Why don't
not
we
going to be recording
I
podcasts,
literally
right?
will. No, I will. Let's do it.
Wait,
Okay, we're
let's
doing
do
it.
that and then we'll post
Vlogmas.
those. Vlog
Stop.
Vlogmas?
Literally, yeah. I'm not even joking. Can we do every other day? Like I do one day, you do one day. Okay, we'll
Yes,
talk
wait,
about
that would be so much.
this. Let's
Ooh,
just
I love
or
that. That's going to be
Vlonica.
such good content.
Vlonica. Vlog Hanukkah.
Yeah, I love that.
You could do Vlogmas. I could do Vlonica.
Yes, let's do it, please. Wait, that's gonna be so much fun
Let's do
because
it.
like half of it is gonna be like still school or whatever, like cute,
Exactly.
like, and then we can monetize on the NYU student and like
Oh
the
my God,
Princeton student day in my
yes.
life or whatever,
I can,
and then
and
we
then,
get to go home,
oh my God,
vlog
amazing.
it.
No,
Ooh,
I can vlog the journey home. People love the quarantine travel vlogs. People love traveling to
yes.
Singapore during COVID, traveling to Hong Kong
Ooh,
during COVID.
yes. We got to do it.
Okay, we're doing it, Vlogmas Vlonica. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned.
Stay
I remember like
tuned.
3 years ago, I made a private story on Snapchat that was called Vlonica, and I thought it was the funniest thing since sliced bread.
You are the best with names and
Oh my
titles of
God, stop.
everything. Like
I don't know how to
kind of
like
all good.
monetize that though. Like, what do I do about that? Like, it's just like a kind of a
A
random
name.
talent, I have to
Ooh,
say.
wait.
Wait,
Let
tell
me
me.
tell
Why
you. There
wait?
is this girl, Why Wait Collective.
Oh my
Go get
God.
your tickets.
Oh
What
yes,
is it?
queen.
November 20th? November
Yes, November
20th.
20th. Woohoo.
We love to see it. Get
We
your day
do.
pass.
Get your
Don't
day
get anything
pass.
else. I saw the very I saw the very
There's literally nothing
upfront
else. There's no night
Instagram.
pass. There literally only is one day pass. Like, I don't know why
It
we
was
like
like
press
you
that. There's
have to get the day pass and I was like, well,
have
I
to.
guess I'm getting the day pass.
I guess so. I guess so. Don't worry, we'll do
So,
more info on that to come. But yes, yes, yes. What were you gonna say?
what was I going to say? I got on this large tangent
We
of
were talking about
why.
names, how I can monetize
Oh,
names. Yeah.
yes. Okay, so there's this girl
Okay.
who like has a website. I forget her name. I forget what the website is called,
For
but I know
sure.
she has a business
Got it.
and she helps parents give their children English names
Oh my
and she
God.
monetizes it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need
It's
that.
really big. She makes a lot of money, I think. Wait.
Wow.
Girl helps girl business
Interesting. Because the
help
only other business
parents
I've heard about people who
name
are good with names, there's this lady
their
here who I met
kids.
who buys domains on GoDaddy and then resells them to people, which is like, she's like sees it as like an investing thing, which is fine. You do your thing. My whole like sitch that I don't like about it is like it doesn't help small business owners. Like let's say you're starting a business and you want to buy that domain for that clever name, and you have to buy it from her, which is like way more expensive than buying it itself. But that's how she's monetized her quirky name ability giving skills.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I found it. Her
Oh
name
my
is
goodness.
Beau Jessup, and
Beau.
she's
Oh
a
my god, I have a
British
friend named
teenager.
Beau.
And she has
Teenager.
helped pay her way through college by
Stop.
naming
No.
677,000 babies.
Oh.
677,000
Wait,
babies.
wait. Send me that link. Wait, who is she?
I will.
Wait,
It's a little
literally an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Can we reach out? She sounds so cool.
I don't know how controversial it is because she names babies in China, and I'm not sure. Like she's like a white, like British girl naming babies in China.
I didn't realize that.
But I think it started because she and her dad traveled to China, and then like someone asked her to name because I guess like they don't know what English name to pick, so she like started to monetize on that, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't know if there's like any.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like, so I think her whole thing was like, okay, due to language barriers and internet, like language barriers, they didn't have enough time to like research good names. So sometimes like the baby's names wouldn't make a lot of sense. So she just like helps parents name their child, and you can pay a fee and she'll do it.
Damn. Huh. The more you know. I know, that is a creative business. That's your little entrepreneur thing of the day. Yeah. There you go.
So maybe you can start naming businesses or start naming podcast shows.
Oh my god.
Or maybe we just keep you as the Entrepreneurs Network own name generator.
Oh my goodness. I love our new post on Instagram, by the way. You are more than enough. Like this pops off. This is so true. Everyone loves this. Like everyone needs this.
Yeah.
Like it's so true.
Instagram is a little beautiful. All over the place right now.
Oh my god, I was gonna say it's fucking beautiful. Where were you going with this?
I think each individual post looks good, but all together still need to work on like the overall picture, you know?
Oh my god, no, it's so good. Think about it. Okay, so update on our end for the Entrepreneurs Network. Okay, so basically Weilyn and I have done so much work in the last 6 months, like 7 months. But yeah, 7 months, basically 8 months. It's November, 8 months, 7.5 months. Anyways, we have an amazing team, a May anniversary, and we've just been go. Like we haven't had time to stop and like think. So basically we are on like autopilot mode now. Like we've got everything ready for like the next like 6 weeks pretty much. We just got to sync up. But then in December and January, we're having like we're going to go down to like a layer, a mental layer, and like plot and plan and ideate and brainstorm, and it's going to be beautiful, and I'm very looking forward to that. But I'm also excited about where we are now. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, and I'm very satisfied with where we are. We have a new podcast show that launched last week, the Design Line. That was exciting. Design Fine. Why do I keep saying the Design Line? I am so sorry. This is so
I do like the Design Line though. Maybe we should
Design Fine is good. I don't know why I keep saying no. It's just because
they're both good. They're both good.
Amazing. Yeah, but anyways, it's cool. I think our main challenge right now is like we built something good. Our thing is now like scaling and growing. Like we've done a great job with founding it. It's now like the scaling and the growing point of view, which is a good problem to have.
Also like like we went like full speed, like let's just get something out there, like quantity. I think now we're at a place where like quality and like intention with everything that we do is 100% going to be like what drives us forward.
Yeah.
I was do you know Summer Fridays? I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
I've heard of that. It's a brand, right?
Yeah. It's like a super bougie, like skincare or whatever. Like they have like a lot of products. But I was listening to a podcast and they were saying like when they first launched, like they're like the complete opposite of us. And I think both ways are completely valid. But they were like, when we first launched, we had like one product, and like that one product had like this, and like we like made sure that product was like perfect before launching. We made sure like all of the PR, everything was like perfect, and then we launched that. And ever since then, like customers like trust that like every product we have like will be good. But the only problem with that is like they're very slow and intentional with everything they do, and it works with their like brand image. But because we're so upbeat and like out there, and like we want to get
true, and we want to do like content creation.
Exactly. Like we are like taking a much different approach, but I think we can learn something from that.
I agree. Like, it's the same thing with, Get Mr has like one product and like they're amazing. But I think like think about vloggers or podcasters, or actually no. Okay. With vlogs, a daily vlog channel, like no one watches a vlog that's like a week old. Like that's done. That's dead content already. But like with a book, you'll read a book from 30 years ago. It's still like the same content from 30 years. So like maybe taking that more like holistic approach with that. So maybe
Yeah,
the
100%.
conversations are more evergreen. And like they
Yeah.
are evergreen already. Maybe it's just pushing that more. I don't know. This is a little
Yeah.
peek into our
Well,
brainstorm, but
I
hope you guys
know.
understand that there's a lot of love going into all of this. And there's a lot of intention, a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't always share, but it is a
We
journey.
should definitely
Again,
do like a behind the scenes of like a
yeah.
thought process or something would be
Honestly,
really
yeah, just
cool.
like literally recording one of our meetings, one of pod development
Yeah, like
meetings.
a
Honestly,
brainstorm with us or
oh my
something.
God. Oh, wait, that's such a good idea. Like a town hall brainstorming
I
session.
love
You can
that.
sign on.
Well,
Well,
lots of
anyway,
good ideas coming from
yeah,
this podcast.
absolutely. I love this podcast. This was a good one. This was a good one. We were both in good, right before we started
I
this,
liked
Waylon
it.
was like, I just want to say, I know we both had difficult weeks, but we're in good energies right now. Let's live with that. And I'm like, yep, that's it. We might not be in a good mood in
We gotta ride with it.
an hour, a day, whatever, but right now in a good mood, take it for what it is, but
That's
also
all
love
we
that you
need.
don't have to be in a good mood. I'm excited for today. Rainy day vibes, gonna see a movie, gonna get some work done here, gonna do the clothing swap, gonna work out. I'm excited. Happy Friday,
Love
happy
it.
Thursday. And you're going to
Big,
a ball, right?
yeah, the black and orange ball is
Do you have to dress
coming up.
Cinderella?
I have one dress. It's like my
Ooh.
grad dress. It's the white one. I don't know
Oh,
whether you remember.
beautiful. Of course. I
Um,
also have seen it so many times. Like, I love it.
yeah, that one
I've seen the
picture.
photos.
Oh my
I love it.
goodness. The one photo I use literally for everything.
Oh my God, no, that's me. You're better than me. You're way better than me.
I love it.
You use
No,
okay.
it's because I had that grad photo. That one's from graduation. I took that one.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I'd
I'm
love
thinking
to see
there's
it.
two.
It's my
Okay,
only good one.
I'm gonna explain the photos I know of Waylon that are like iconic. There's one grad photo of you like standing outside of HKS, like the entranceway. That's like more like
Yes.
there's one that's like a close one. That's like, you know, the one we're talking about. There's a couple, there's one of you like in New York with that beautiful blue dress as well. That's like a classic. That's honestly like my fave. I love that photo so
yes.
much. Like I
That
think the
was a
color
good classy photo.
looks so nice on you. Like you're ready. You're like, get me my Chardonnay. You're ready. You are ready.
I love it.
Amazing.
It's always so quick tidbit. Whenever I take photos with friends, it's always like the one photo that I expect not to be good and I just like take on a whim that turns out to be the best one. It's all the ones that like I'm like trying to look really good that like turn out so bad. And then I'm like, wait, let me try this one photo. I take one and it's like the best one. I'm like, oh,
I know. It's always less is more. Like you could be like, let's take a million photos. They're all shit. And then you like take like 3 photos. You're like, whoa, like why 2 or 3 of them good? I think we just have to stop this obsessiveness of being like perfection in photos. That's a topic for another time. I want to get into that though, like social media and like the photos. Oh my God, that's huge.
Yes.
Let's get into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe next week. Okay. So stay tuned. On that note, stay tuned for next week where we'll talk about social media and like how photo impacts body
like
dysmorphia, everything. Oh my God.
I love
excited.
that. That's going to be such a good one.
Well,
okay,
want to wrap us up, Weylyn?
Yeah, well, thank you so much, guys, for joining us on Count Her In. Oh my goodness, not Count Her In. Thank you so much for joining us on Kinda All Good. This is what happens when you record literally like 4 or 5 podcasts a week. Like all of the outros kind of like flow naturally out.
Exactly.
But thank you so much for joining us on Kinda All Good. Kinda All Good is like Ali and I's baby. Like this
really
is our like just like fun, relaxing. This is honestly like a way to nourish our souls too.
Yes.
So I want to thank you guys for supporting this podcast and for listening to kind of like our deepest sides, our most authentic sides. If you want to listen to more podcasts or rate and review us, do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can also check out the video version of Kinda All Good at the Entrepreneurs Network YouTube channel. And be sure to check out us on Instagram and on LinkedIn at the Entrepreneurs Network. Be sure to comment any fun ideas you have for future episodes, and we'll see you guys next week.
That was so good, Weylyn. Oh my God.
I know.
I'm so impressed.
I like turned that one on.
You did. Thank you guys. Have a Kinda All Good day. Bye.
Bye.